And again, if you want to download the application for iPhone or for Android devices, you could do it from the app links. And I encourage you to make sure you're using that referral code RICE when you're downloading and setting up your account on the application.
Take it slow. Download the app and just watch the daily video. Like, instead, then you're home at night. You want to kick back. You're home from work. Instead of turning on Netflix, go to the featured video section, to the movie section, and throw that up on your TV. Right? Go to the full length videos, and there's great videos on there. Really great videos. Whether you believe the Earth is flat or not, they're going to blow your mind. No, we're good. Let's hit the dome thing, and then we could call it a day.
Okay, cool. And like I said, I want to take this portion of the video and put it on the Rice Crypto side of Rice TVx so that people can be aware of what's going on here. I've actually, years ago, it's been a while. It's been about 4 years. I've had Richard Hart on the channel, who was the creator.
You had Richard on. Nice.
Yeah. I've interviewed a lot of important people in the crypto space and otherwise. So I'll send you a list of some of those people.
Yeah. We can talk about Richard Hart, but go ahead.
So, what led to the idea of you creating Dome Token, and what made you decide to choose PulseChain for the token?
Good questions. So my co-host Matt Long, who wrote a great flat earth book called "The House That Jesus Built," he came up with the idea and created the token, and we decided that to make it the official token of the Flat Earth Clock app. And the way that we mine coins is you refer people to the app. When someone gets the app, they literally are awakened. So you're opening their mind and you're minding coins, right? So
minding.
We're minding. Go to domeshot.io. The white paper's there. And so by waking...
Is that DOMESHOT?
Domeshot, yes, DOMESHOT.io.
Can you pull up the website on your end? Because I'm having an issue. I just want to make sure it wasn't something with me.
Domeshot.io. No, you should be able to do it.
Well, I don't know if the site. It's saying the site can't be reached, so that's why I want to ask.
Let me see if that's an issue.
And that way, by the time people are watching this, I can. Well, if it's something I can screen share, I will. Otherwise, hopefully, it's just on my end.
No, it opened right up. Domeshot, DOMESHOT.io.
DOMESHOT.io.
Yeah.
Let me show you what I got. Well, I'm not going to pull up it on screen, but
I can share. Let me share.
Yes, sir. I'm just getting off that screen, and I'll show you what I've got after the video. But obviously, it's available for other people to see it. I just want to make sure this wasn't a problem for other people.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on there.
You're not doing the share yet, unless you're putting it on your green screen.
I'm not doing the share yet. I'm just.
My computer has like massive firewall stuff because I deal with crypto and I don't want to be hacked and I got to protect myself. I'm not saying that your site's hacking by any means, but it will prevent me from accessing certain things.
All right. So here is, let me see if I can show this. Here is domeshot.io, right?
Okay.
And you scroll down. This is Matt talking about the token, showing you how to get the app, how to buy Domeshot. It's
available. It's available on like some decentralized exchanges on the PulseChain network.
Yep, and it's going. And then this is about
and then
minding.
You can earn it by minding it.
By minding it, so you can earn free tokens. And we tell people, the no coiners that are afraid to get into crypto, that are asking questions about crypto, this is a great way to learn how to open a wallet, learn how to move crypto around with zero risk. You're just getting, free tokens. So start there. So yearly, we have at the end of the year, we have the flattening. So the amount that you earn per referral goes down each year. So it's kind of like the halving. It's the flattening. Okay. And after the beginning of the first quarter, right now, all the referrals that you have, you'll be paid 1.5 million tokens from the beginning of time through Christmas. And then after that, as soon as it becomes active, hopefully we'll be ready by then. Anytime you get a referral, you instantly get the transfer to your wallet. And we couldn't do that on any other network except the PulseChain. Why the PulseChain? So we did, and then down on the bottom, here's the chart and the white paper roadmap. Can't see your coins. A lot of people don't know how to add. They need to add PulseChain. Yeah, you got to add PulseChain and add the token. And the token address is right down here for you. And so,
did you say though, real quick, that you can convert the points that you get on the app into tokens, or
you're getting tokens for all the points that you have from the beginning of time through December? You get 1.5 million per point.
Okay.
And so you'll get them all as a big airdrop, and we'll talk about that in a second. But then after, for next year, it's going to drop from 1.5 million probably to 1 million per referral, but you'll get them in real time. You get your referral, your app will go bing, somebody use your referral code, and then it'll go cha-ching, you just got your dome, right? And that's kind of fun, don't you think?
Oh, I like the way that you're making it easily accessible, where somebody doesn't have to put any actual money into it and can play around, because I think it's almost like a test net in a sense that has a use case, a utility.
It's getting people onto the PulseChain. There's so many people in crypto that don't know that they own PulseChain tokens, right? From the
I got a note to myself about using my ledger and trying to figure out connecting to a MetaMask and claiming my PulseChain tokens based off of the Ethereum.
Yeah, just go there and add your tokens. It's so friggin' easy. And we use on the app, we recommend Internet Money Wallet because it connects straight through. It's amazing. They have our token on there, so it's easy to add
desktop and or smartphone.
I know it's smartphone, but I think they have a desktop also. I have to look because I use that on my wallet on my phone.
Cool.
So when we first started, we said, okay, add your crypto wallet address to your referral area. And anyone that has it entered on 9/11, I'll tell you what, we picked 9/11 because you're going to get an airdrop of 33 million dome just for adding your address. Okay. And the reason it's 33 million is because we wanted to make the airdrop worth about $10. And $10 in dome at that time was 32,987,000 dome. And I was like, hey, if we round it up to 33 million and do the airdrop on 9/11, that'll piss everyone off. Okay. Because, Illuminati confirmed we're using 33 and it's on 9/11. And it's like, you can't pay. That's Richard Hart advertising. Come on.
Yeah. Okay? Yeah. I totally get it. Yeah.
And boy, did it get us some publicity. And it was good. And the token actually, as most new tokens do, they run up and then, they do what crypto does. They crash a little bit. But we went up to like $8 million, $7 or $8 million market cap too fast, right?
Pumped.
And yeah, it pumped, but which is good. It's got a healthy chart. Listen, it's got a healthy chart. And again, if you're not ready for ups and downs, you're not ready for crypto.
I have to ask though, what's the max supply?
1 trillion.
1 trillion. Okay.
Yeah, and so when we did the airdrop on the Ethereum chain, it would have cost like $2 per person.
Right. It's ridiculous.
Chain, we did so much. We did how many did we do? 1,500, about 1,500, and it costs us a total of less than $3.
Well, I had already been trying to talk with you about doing the interview, and then I had seen something, and it took a minute, obviously, to get for me to get it scheduled because of my shit I was telling you about. But there's a friend of mine, Crypto King, on X, and he's big into the Pulse Hex ecosystem. He's been doing a lot of promoting of the Dome token, and that's how I came to my radar. I'm awesome. Like, oh, interesting. We have a flat Earth token.
Yeah, I'm a Hexican since day one. And the thing is, flat Earth isn't going away, right? Isn't going away. There's a lot of FUD and people freaking out about this circling sun. Flat Earth is only going to get bigger and bigger. Once you go flat, you don't globe back, right?
You don't globe back.
Yeah, you don't globe back.
Do you have shirts for that too?
No, I don't.
You needed to get some shirts with that on there.
Maybe. It's just going to get bigger and bigger. And here's the thing, people have like hobbies, they're into whatever sports cars or whatever it is. And then you kind of grow out of it. You don't grow out of flat Earth. once you know the earth is flat, it's the rest of your life is on your mind every single day, because it's an amazing, amazing place. So again, we did something that, the way you mind it is waking up people. And the goal here is to wake up the world, because when the whole world wakes up to flat earth, all of that money is going to just collapse, because all governments in the world will collapse, right? And the whole thing will the dollar will be gone. The dollar will probably be gone next year, but probably. But then we're going to be in a digital money world, and there's going to be two worlds. You can go into the CBDC in your 15-minute city. Well, am I still there?
You froze up for a second, yeah, but you came right back on. You're good. You're good. I didn't know that you were into crypto. I didn't know you were into crypto and the World Economic Forum.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Yeah, it's nice, man. Do you talk about other stuff on your channel other than the flat Earth?
I don't really. I go on other shows and I'll talk about health. I'll talk about crypto. I'll talk about flat Earth.
I'm just curious, because I didn't know you were this hardcore into crypto. I mean, when you call yourself a Hexican, that's
I'm a Hexican since day one, my friend. Day one.
That's hardcore,
right?
homie.
Yeah, and also I sacrificed big, for PulseChain. Could have done it later, and done even better, but it's all good. And I'm a big fan of Richard Hart. I think he might be the smartest guy in crypto.
One of them, yeah. He's definitely a smart dude. A smart dude, but there's some things that he probably could have been smarter about doing.
Maybe. Yeah, listen, there's things I could have been smarter about.
I
actually went to Brooklyn. I was at his trial, his hearing, a month ago or 2 months ago, whatever it was.
Was he there?
No, he wasn't there, but there was about 75 of us there, and it was wild. And boy, the SEC was fucking getting their ass handed to them. Right? Yes. The judge I was like, she's just gonna rule it right now. It really felt that way. And so afterwards, I was on a show with not Crypto Coffee, with Brandon Davis. What's his channel? It's spacing, but Brandon, he's a big crypto guy. And I said, he goes, what do you think's going to happen? I said, I think all those SEC guys are going to go home and tell their family and friends to buy Hex. And Hex tripled the next day. Okay.
Oh, nice. I think I remember, because I think I saw something in Charts where a lot of the Hex and Pulse ecosystems started to take off a little bit.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't want to jinx anything, but it's looking good. I mean, and the timing on all of this couldn't be better. I just encourage people. People say, Dave, what should I buy? And I'm like, I'm not telling you to buy anything, right? I'm not even telling you to buy Dome. I'm not telling you to buy Hex. This is what I buy. This is what I like.
If somebody was going to get into the space, I mean, I think you should start with Bitcoin, even though I still have mixed feelings about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Something real quick, since we're talking about it, though, I will tell you, Stand With Crypto, which is a nonprofit that works with or in conjunction with Coinbase. They're doing a lot of political stuff, and they were trying to help with Donald Trump and educating different politicians, helping people to be able to communicate to their politicians about pro cryptocurrency bills and stuff, and how they want them to be able to vote and stuff like that. There's texts that have been coming through the past couple of days. Last one yesterday. The Senate is still considering reappointing the anti-crypto Caroline Crenshaw to the SEC. Key committee meeting is now scheduled for Wednesday, which would be tomorrow.
Oh boy!
So it's not exactly as if we're clear. So I just want everyone to be aware of that. But
again,
I think it's going to be a good 4 years for crypto overall, though, the ecosystem. I'm not saying price, but for crypto.
So I'm definitely not giving financial advice other than get into crypto, put in some money. The way I look at it, if someone's really nervous about crypto, I say, figure out which coins you like, put in enough money where if you lose it, it's not going to change your life. But if something else happens, it will change your life.
Well, that's why I would say don't ever invest more than you're willing to lose.
Exactly. And it's more fun than just wasting money. I mean, people go gambling. They don't want to put $100 in crypto, but they'll go spend $300 at the casino.
Lottery tickets to go to the strip club, to buy alcohol, drugs. I mean, there's sugar daddies, sugar babies.
I wasn't early enough in crypto. My son came to me and said, "Hey, Dad, can we mine Bitcoin on our computer?" And this is back when Bitcoin was at like $4 or, and I was like, what the hell's that? And I didn't even know what it was. And then a couple of days later, he's like, yeah, we really need to do this. I look at it and I go, oh, you missed it. It's $7 already. It was $3 last week. Right. I go, you missed it.
Yeah. I've always tried telling people, and I still do it periodically, make mistakes. And I'm like, don't dwell on the should-haves, the could-haves, or the would-haves.
No, I know that's
just learn.
life.
Just learn.
So
but your son was very forward thinking.
I'll tell you what our goal, Matt, and our goal is. Our goal is to look at each other one day on our podcast and go, can you believe we gave out $10,000 per referral? That's our goal.
As far as the price,
yeah. Like if Dome did, if Dome did, what friggin' Doge did, it would be a funny conversation to have. But the thing is, we have more utility than them. We're actually going to add a store on the app where we have conferences and products. You're going to be able to buy them with
things
Dome
directly with the token. Nice.
And we're gonna do all sorts of stuff.
You do special events where you had to be a token holder to event.
Absolutely. And we also reward for holding, because at the end of the year, so there's a lot of people that if you don't put a wallet address in, if you let's say you don't put your wallet address in and you get a point, that the bot's going to go, I'm going to send it to your wallet, 1.5 million. And then it goes, oh, there's no wallet. So it sends it to a default wallet. And the majority of the referrals are going to go to the default wallet. At the end of the year, we look at all of the wallets that are in the app and we divide up that money based on how much you have in your wallet. So if you had 10 million and I had 1 million, you're going to get 10 times what I get out of that default wallet.
That's nice. That's pretty cool what you guys are doing, man.
Yeah, so it's a little holding thing. And listen, can you game the system? Sure. On January 31st, you can go buy 100 million Dome, stick it in your wallet, then get the bonus and then sell it. You could, or you could hold it,
You're always going to have people in the community that are always going to sell a token. I mean, you can't hold something forever.
There's people that took their 33 million and sold it for almost $200. Good. No. All right. No, listen, I don't, people can do whatever they want. And there's nothing wrong with taking profits.
$3 too. There were some people that sold their Bitcoin at $3 too.
Absolutely. And the thing is, if you bought Bitcoin at $3, you probably sold some at 10 and 20 and 30 and 50 and 100 and 1,000. If you're holding on, very, very few people held on from $3 up. Some did.
Yeah. So it kind of has to at this point, but yeah. I'm surprised that you know crypto this well, man.
I wouldn't call myself an expert, but when I first heard about crypto and I started trying to do it, I'm like, I'm never going to learn this. But now it's not that hard. It's like cool. It's like swimming, I guess. I don't know.
Well, again, I like the way that people can just, in a sense, earn these tokens without having to actually buy them, and they get to dip their feet in the ecosystem and see what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. We onboarded almost 1,500 people on day one of the launch. So getting people on the PulseChain is amazing. When I unstake, when I have to close out a stake of Hex, it cost me $200, $300, $500, depending.
And gas because of the Ethereum network.
Yeah, but on PulseChain, it cost me a penny because I have the same stake over there.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, did the same stake fork over?
Yes, they all forked over. So I have stakes on both. One of them cost me hundreds of dollars. The other one cost me a fraction of a penny. Right? So, Richard did something amazing here. And there's so many, know what I like?
Well, Richard is like the flat earth of crypto.
Well, he hates flat Earth, by the way.
I know, but whether he likes it or not, he is still the flat Earth of crypto at this point.
I'm down with that.
I'm gathering that.
So, listen, I think Richard Hart's PulseChain it could be the dominant chain, but what the hell do I know? But the thing is, it's getting so much flack. It's making me more confident that he's over the target. He's getting so much flack. I'm like, he's got 100% uptime on everything. His network is amazing. And, when we're transferring Dome, it's boom, it's seconds and it's less than a penny.
I've heard positive things. And like I said, I got to claim my tokens with the Hex thing. Because the way you would have got Hex originally was based off of you owning Bitcoin. And there was a snapshot of the Bitcoin blockchain. And then you could mint your own Hex based off of the snapshot, your address, etc.
Yeah.
And then you could essentially buy Hex by transferring Ethereum to an address and getting Hex, and that all went to, from what I understand, the creator, without me saying anything else. And I think that wasn't one of the smartest moves. But again, there's several people in the cryptocurrency space that have been made to look like they're bad for the space and enemies of the space, when it's actually the opposite. And it's the same thing that we're seeing in the regular mainstream media that takes place in the world, where it's controlled by certain entities and they control the message that's coming out. So your coin telegraphs, your coin desk and all, they don't promote people like Richard Hart. For a minute, they wanted to stay away from Charles Hoskinson from Cardano, but with his association with the Trump administration, they really couldn't ignore that. Roger Ver is another individual. His book is right behind me. I don't know if you saw his interview with Tucker Carlson. If you haven't seen the interview with Tucker Carlson that Roger Ver just did, he's been arrested just like a week ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So he got arrested in Spain. I see, one of my things that I did was I interviewed John McAfee. I did 7 interviews with him, and he ultimately got arrested for tax issues in Spain, and he never made it home. Roger got arrested in Spain for tax issues, but the difference was Roger expatriated his U.S. citizenship, became citizen of St. Kitts and maybe possibly Japan. And the United States government with IRS is saying that some tax stuff years ago that he didn't do something properly, and they're arresting him for some tax issues, and he's facing 109 years in prison.
Yep, I'm aware.
So Tucker Carlson found out about this and brought him on the show to bring some more awareness to that whole thing. And I put Richard Hart in the category of the Roger Veers and Charles Hodgkinsons and the people that are doing really good for the cryptocurrency space that are being made to look bad by the media. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. How everything correlates.